Let's have some fun now with moments of rugby shithousery, part 3.
There's space away on the right though. Wilson moves it on quickly. It is Coles! Dane Coles scores! Oh, what a response from the Hurricanes! Oh, what a response!
Well, Beauden Barrett, he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time with that celebration, right? But former teammates, he did have a smile on his face at least.
What a response, all right.
Almost got him.
Yeah, and who was it who tried to tackle him and got swallowed up in the Hurricane celebrations? But Beauden Barrett.
Just a penalty from Joe Hawkins for Wales. Nathan Evans has spent 10 minutes in the bin. As David Jenkins very cheekily wanted to drink water from. Hands up.
See, that's not the sort of thing I would think rugby teams would do. So this guy is in the sort of the huddle for the for their water. What? Surely rugby guys are meant to be gentlemen. Surely they should be like, here you go, buddy. No, apparently not.
Water from.
Hands down, everyone. Hands down, White. Hands down. Okay, we're going to move them back 10 because they slowed your ball. Just relax. Watch it stop. Back we go 10. Just back we go 10. Just.
This is something you always see in football. As a football referee, I see it. As a spectator, I see it. And clearly they do it in rugby as well. Here we got the All Blacks versus Wales, 33-18 on 80 minutes. So basically, check the score. We've won easily enough. Settle down. And it's just putting them in their place, isn't it? When you've comfortably won. It's good to see that it happens in rugby as well as football. And I'm sure in all the other sports as well.
Slowing the ball down, let's try and play quick.
I love Ione. Look at the score. Look at the score. There's a second left. Look at the score. There's no response to that, really. You can't,
it's time, but you have time to line out. If you tap
can't
in,
beat
kick
that
it
with a
out,
sledging.
Limbs. O'Mahony squares up to Sam Cane. More than a hint of a smile from Peter O'Mahony. He knows the All Blacks are rattled here.
I haven't got it over the line.
Penalty.
Yeah, that's a good little bit of sledging as well. Basically saying you're a rubbish version of a good player. But sometimes that's not necessarily a bad thing. Especially if that player is really good. Rory Cockott celebrates a 20-point loss to England as it denies England the 2015 Six Nations Championships.
France, that's it!
No!
The Fijian Frenchman, Cockott says, enough is enough.
Maybe that sums up. I think that sums up the sort of rivalry there is against England in the Six Nations. As in, no one seems to want England to win the Six Nations except England. At the start of the 2022 Six Nations, we looked at lots of adverts, and there is an advert going around different countries, and they all say who they want to lose, and they all say England. This sums it up. France have lost, but they're celebrating because England haven't won. That is poor old England. What have we done to deserve this? Probably a lot to deserve it.
And ends the game. It's one of the great places to come, Limerick, for a stag weekend.
Gone to watch rugby for a stag.
Yes, it is. It is him. And it is his... It's a good job he's not playing.
And there's a load of them.
Good job he's not. And there's Luke Cowan-Dickey.
Here's the mark.
There's Sam Simmons, Phil Dowson, and there's old Jack. It's a good job he's injured. He's not going to be in a fit state to play in the second half should he be needed.
Oh, the cross kick is on, but well read. And Harry Byrne gets it out of danger, and a little bit of afters there.
That's naughty.
Harry Byrne does really well to clear out, but is after that there, having made the tackle.
Number 8.
I hope he was booked for this. He deserves to be booked for that. It's all well and good making the tackle or whatever, but actually rubbing the guy's face in the grass, that's a low blow.
Yeah, there. Just petulant, really.
And he laughs off.
Hope Rogers does as well.
Hey, stop counting.
North Americans who are
Johnny.
We get the same in football. I know I relate to football, but I have to because that's what, I'm a football referee. So she's counting the seconds there. How many times in football with the 6-second law, which was taken away and is back now, but how many times do we hear a player counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the referee, for the goalkeeper to kick the ball? Very similar. This is what I find quite funny, that these games, rugby and football, are so separate in quite often in the ethics and the morals and everything, the sportsmanship quite often, but there are so many then similarities that cross over.
We'll come back to that if you heard that from the referee.
Within the 10.
So you may be aware that scrum halves will get the call to hurry up, but they will be allowed about 5 seconds to use it. Well, clearly, Amy Cockayne is at the side of the ruck while her opponent has the ball, giving the referee the count in case he needs any assistance.
And Conor Murray.
He's on the ball the whole time. Pulled it down. Mate, he's fine, but he's pulled it down.
The problem is, you don't really. Whose face was he clapping in? The problem is, if Mario Toje is clapping in front of you like that, you probably don't do anything about it because Toje is a big boy. You just sort of, yeah, all right.
The whole time. Pulled it down. Mate, he's fine, but he's pulled it down.
I was about to say good work from you, but it's a bit.
Le ballon conservé et bien arraché la part finlandaise. Ça c'est un ballon d'essai, il va y aller, il va aller à la course. C'est Leonard Multec qui marque. Brochet, la réaction de Toulon.
Didn't see. Did he go and place that ball in front of the guy that's just tried tackling him? That is shithousery.
Just to shift it, and here we go. Obviously, George Cruz has just...
He can only get away with that because he was playing for Barbarians. That's the only reason he can get away with that one.
At Twickenham, backheeled a conversion. I mean, talk about stuff that... There was a carrot to do that. He's having a great time out there.
I'm looking forward to the first scrum. I suspect Joe Marler and Ellis Genge. Top of that list.
He's untying he is seriously untying Joe Marler's laces. Oh man, that is brilliant. It's ridiculous, crazy, stupid, but so funny.
Scrum's a bit more solid this time. Something funny happened on the far side. Ulster appealing and get the decision. I think the referee's assistant helped out on the far side there. Here we might see it again. Alan Quinlan.
Well, it's the old Neil back trick.
Naughty.
In this game, Will Homer, who had that yellow card.
So this, I'm going to say, so I saw this. I think this was even on TikTok and everything. I think it was something along the lines of England needed a certain amount of points or something to win by a certain amount of points, and Argentina needed a certain amount of points or whatever, the scoreline to go the right way for them both to progress to the next round of the sevens. So what they did, there wasn't very long left, so they just refused to sort of carry on. They carried on without, you'll see. Basically, it meant, I think Canada possibly, or someone like that, didn't get through.
Will make amends by running clear over the halfway line.
They just didn't play for minutes and minutes.
Browning's telling him to slow down or wind the clock. They understand the situation. If they score points here, they're in the quarterfinals.
Exactly that. He should have started walking from the halfway line. No Argentinian player is getting near him.
Argentina, they were happy with the result. England were happy with the result as well. And it meant that both teams went through.
It doesn't matter that he's in goal. Will Homer can stand there as long as it takes Justin Revolt to turn around to realise he needs to go approach him. It might be gamesmanship, but this is the laws.
But let's face it though, Argentina don't mind either. because they'll be in the quarterfinals on points difference as it stands. So they're okay with this too. Remarkable situation unfolding here. The game.
I love the referees like, come on, let's go. When there's nothing he can do about it. There's nothing.
Has literally come to a standstill and the clock keeps on ticking. Will Homer isn't putting the ball down. He doesn't have to.
I agree. Quite remarkable scenes. Gaston Revolt needs to do the honourable thing on the terms of the rugby values, turn around and at least walk towards him. He's telling everyone to stop.
Classic ethics v laws dilemma here in rugby.
It's a nuance and it's a bit ridiculous. You understand both sides of it. Gaston Revolt is adamant on the 22. He's not letting people pass. Gonzalez tried to. He's been issued back by a senior player.
Santi Gomez-Cora is telling his players not to walk towards Will Homer.
There are lots of sort of ethical debates that you can have in sports. So this is a serious one, really, isn't it? That actually, gamesmanship says for both of these teams, it works out perfectly for both of them. That's fine. Sportsmanship, not great. What do you think? You've got to tell me now what you think. Were England and Argentina right in doing what they did here? I think they were. I think it suits them. You know, you're playing to win, but by doing this, you are winning. Both teams are winning.
Understand the situation. It might not look right, but he needs to watch the clock here, Will Homer. He's got a minute left.
He's now back infield. This makes no difference. If there were like 20 seconds left, this would make for really interesting television. But 2 minutes is a bit nonsense, really.
Gaston Revolt doesn't like it, but he understands it. And they need to win the game. They need to protect their points difference, Argentina. This is the most effective way of doing it. And the reason is because on points difference, Argentina are going to go through. Because as it stands, there's the pool A. Argentina, Canada, England, equal on 7. And Argentina, plus 50. They're in the cup quarters.
Yeah, so as soon as...
I'm impressed by my memory, if I'm honest.
As this ball is put down, England then usurp Canada. Canada go out. That is brutal.
Wow.
And that is how that finished. Both teams are winners at the end of the day. Let me know your thoughts. Some funny ones. The lace untying, for example. Barrett being stuck in the celebrations right at the start. I love these. So Andrew Ford, who does these compilations, finds some really brilliant ones when he does his videos. So thanks to him for the video. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe. We do plenty of rugby watch-alongs, plenty of rugby videos. Yeah, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.